police in an extremely tense situation. After pulling over a luxury SUV on reports of a shooting in Los Angeles.
These really sounded like gunshots, and I do actually know what gunshots sound like.
The dramatic LAPD dash cam footage shows 4 passengers are on the ground and cuffed.
All right, don't move. Give me your arm.
2 of them music superstars, including world-famous singer Megan Thee Stallion, known for hip-hop hits like Hot Girl Summer.
Who gon' handle me? Thinking he's a player, he's a member on the team.
Now she's in a bikini and bleeding from her feet.
What happened?
Then, bloody towels and a gun are discovered in the car.
Is it warm?
Yeah.
As warm to touch?
The victim rushed to a hospital in an ambulance and heard crying.
The California Supreme Court has officially refused to review Tory Lanez's case. No new trial, no reconsideration, no second chance. His 10-year sentence stands. And just like that, the last state-level door has closed. But here's what makes this different. Because for years, Tory Lanez hasn't just claimed innocence. He's claimed something much bigger. He's claimed he was targeted. And when you look at the power involved in this case, it forces one uncomfortable question. Was this just a shooting case? Or was this a collision between an independent artist and one of the most powerful machines in entertainment? Here's what the courts say. In December 2022, a jury convicted Tory Lanez of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in July 2020. He was sentenced to 10 years. His legal team appealed, arguing errors in trial procedure, evidence presentation, and DNA interpretation. The appellate court ruled the evidence was more than sufficient. And now the California Supreme Court has declined to intervene. Legally speaking, that should end the story. But for many watching, it doesn't. Let's go back to that night. There were 4 people connected to what happened. Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Kelsey Harris, and the driver.
We knew that there was a lot of media attention, but what we weren't prepared for was the absolute circus that this became. And it was really a hip-hop world divided. There was flirtatious behavior going on between Tory and Kylie in the pool, and at that time, Megan and Tory had been intimate. They had been hooking up, and it sounds like there was some jealousy going on.
After that night, Megan and Kelsey Harris, once inseparable, were no longer friends. Why? Why did that relationship implode? Why did accounts of that night shift over time? Supporters of Lanez have long argued that Kelsey Harris played a larger role than the public narrative allows. Statements surfaced later suggesting chaos inside the vehicle. Claims were made that she may have handled the weapon. Those claims were not accepted by the courts. But they've never disappeared from the public conversation. And when friendships collapse overnight, people ask why. Now let's talk about the part nobody wants to say out loud. A Megan Thee Stallion is signed to Roc Nation. Roc Nation is owned by Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not just a rapper. He is one of the most powerful executives in entertainment. And before this case exploded, Tory Lanez had positioned himself as fiercely independent. He rejected industry control. He challenged label structures. He publicly spoke about freedom from contracts. Then suddenly, he became the villain of one of the biggest celebrity criminal cases in hip-hop history.
And it's getting super personal. Tory and Megan are trading insults about each other's artistry, about their skills as rappers. Megan says, "I've had enough. I want to get out of the car." Megan's walking away, and she hears Tory yell out, "Dance." Megan turns and she sees Tory with that 9mm semi-auto in his hand, pointed at her, and he fires 5 shots at her.
Now, let's be clear. There is no court ruling stating Roc Nation orchestrated anything. But power dynamics matter. When a billionaire-backed entertainment empire collides with an independent artist, who usually wins? That's not an accusation. That's a pattern question. And then there's something else. Tory Lanez's team launched a website, 36hourslater.com, a platform created to present what they describe as overlooked evidence. On that site, they outline timeline inconsistencies, few evidence handling concerns, DNA interpretation disputes, and witness-related questions. Why build a public-facing evidence hub?
Hard to understand why somebody would get into the car with the person who had just shot them.
Yeah.
Guys, warm to touch?
I just want to let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did that if I wasn't that drunk.
Because according to his team, the courts weren't listening. Critics say it's narrative management. Supporters say it's transparency. But when someone serving 10 years creates a digital archive to argue their innocence, it tells you they believe something deeper went wrong. During appeals, the court acknowledged procedural issues but called them harmless. Harmless. That word echoes. If evidence handling raises questions, if DNA is described as inconclusive, if witness decisions are debated, how harmless is that? The court said none of it would have changed the verdict. Supporters argue that the system protected its own decision. And when a case becomes this high profile, admitting error becomes complicated. Megan Thee Stallion testified that Lanez shot her, so her legal team has consistently defended that position, and publicly, she has been framed as the victim. But online, the debate never stopped. Some believe she was wronged.
I get out. I'm walking away. This from out the backseat of the car starts shooting me.
How can you identify who's shooting at you if you're facing the other way? How can you even identify criminal or malicious intent if you're not seeing what's going on behind you? That doesn't even make sense.
The defense at trial was that Tory didn't shoot Megan.
Just want to let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did if I wasn't that drunk.
Why would he be apologizing to the person he's claiming shot Megan?
Others believe she became the face of a much larger industry battle. And once a narrative hardens in media, reversing it becomes almost impossible. Because at that point, it's not just about facts. It's about protecting reputations, protecting institutions, protecting power. Now, the California Supreme Court has stepped aside. The state system is done. But here's the real tension. If this case was simple, if it was airtight, if there were no unanswered questions, why does it still feel unresolved? Why does a convicted artist need to build his own evidence platform to be heard? Why did key relationships collapse immediately after that night? Why did the narrative solidify before every appeal was exhausted? And why does one side of this story have the backing of a billion-dollar entertainment empire? We're not claiming answers, but we are noticing patterns. And when an independent artist collides with a superstar signed to Roc Nation, a billion-dollar executive structure, and a legal system that refuses reconsideration, people will ask questions, and those questions aren't going away. The Supreme Court closed the legal door. But in the court of public opinion, the verdict is still being debated. And this isn't just about one night in 2020. It's about power, influence, narrative.
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen.
What shocked me, I think, was how many people were Team Tory, how many people believed that Tory was innocent of these charges. I was familiar with all the evidence in this case, the jail call, the text messages, the gun being found at Tory's feet. I couldn't believe that anybody could possibly think that Tory was innocent of these crimes.
And who controls the story? This is the Exposure Room, and we're watching.